We are live, Chip.
That's awesome. Okay. Oh, perfect.
Yeah, I'll have to start sharing. Share the podcast.
Yep.
And if you're watching, please share along with us. Chip, we just saw episode 2 of season 2 of Westworld on HBO.
Yep.
And it was titled Reunion.
Reunion.
Which I'm guessing, and hey, spoilers.
Spoilers.
Hopefully you just watched it.
It's in the title.
Yeah, it is in the title. But the reunion kind of came down to William and Dolores years after.
Well, it was, years after, and it was also the reunion of Maeve and Dolores.
That's right.
And,
That is right. So there was a lot of reunions. And, you know, like we've talked about this before, Westworld is pretty on the nose when it comes to like some of the titles and some of the music that they play. It'll be real literal as far as what it means. So
I'm getting a crazy picture. Look at that.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
check this out. Check that picture.
Looking great.
Yeah,
That looks good.
yeah.
Okay, so it's just my pad.
I'm guessing. If you're out there watching, go ahead and comment and let us know that you're watching, and also what you thought of season 2, episode 2 so far. And of course, if you're having any technical difficulties,
Man, this thing's going
let us know.
crazy.
Let's get right into it. The first thing that really blew my mind was seeing that party that was in the
investor party.
the trailer. Yeah,
we totally called that one. That one was great.
yeah, with Logan and
The valet.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and I was wrong about one thing. I thought in the trailer, I thought it was Dolores who was, scantily clad.
I mean, it's an
had
attractive, back of a blonde gal.
Right.
You can't say they don't look the same.
Yeah, right. So I made that mistake. I'll admit it. I'll own up to it.
I think that's a forgivable mistake.
Yeah, I mean, with Westworld, you'll make mistakes here and there.
Yeah. And then everybody at the party was a host.
Yeah.
Which totally threw Logan off. And we found out that Logan's last name is
Delos. There
we go.
Yeah.
But and then we met Papadelis.
Yeah, Papadelis.
He was very Irish.
Yeah, I
like
didn't expect that.
Because he's taking over. He'll obviously be at odds with Ford most of the time.
Yeah, and you
Irish,
could tell
British.
he's kind of a guy who he doesn't care if he leaves it all to Logan to mess up or whatever, right?
Right. He pretty much just called him a waste of a son.
Yeah, so he was like, I'm not funding this. But then William kind of hits him with, guess what? I think there's a way that we can make money and get some stuff that you previously didn't think.
Papadelis used the same line that older William, Man in Black William, used against Lawrence.
That's right, because William's like, listen, you're making a big mistake if you don't invest in this because of all the stuff that we can get under the table, basically.
And he said, if you don't do this, then you're a fool.
Yeah.
Essentially. Yeah.
And so he says something to the effect of, most people wouldn't talk to me like that, at least not anymore.
There are very few people in the world that would talk to me like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's exactly what he said to Lawrence in the first season.
Right.
So
that was
like
cool.
that. And if you notice, the young William wasn't at all in the first episode of season 2, just like he wasn't in the first episode of season 1. So they kind of got that mirroring thing going on.
Right.
Yeah.
I thought this was a little bit slower. There
was.
wasn't as much action as before. But I thought it was a pretty interesting episode, and I feel like they're answering questions as we go along. I got a better idea of why Delos is doing what they're doing.
Yeah, and now the Valley Beyond, we don't know what the hell that is.
Right.
Like, we thought it was just a mythical thing, but it's actually a place that William should, like, young William, but not, it'd be like middle-aged William.
Right, right.
Middle-aged William showed Dolores. And there was that real creepy scene where William's kid was interacting with Dolores.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's gross. Like, this is my sex doll.
Yeah, that was kind of creepy. His whole family. I mean, it was interesting because you see William, you're not sure if maybe which timeline William we're looking at, and then all of a sudden here's his wife and kids, and like you said, his sex robot.
And it looks like Logan has spiraled out of control.
Yeah.
Like he looked like he was doing drugs.
Was he booting the black tar?
It looked like he was shooting up for sure.
I mean, I think, he's probably lost the respect of his father, and obviously William has that respect. And so Logan's just playing spoiled brat now.
But they're going to use the information they get from the hosts or from the guests,
right?
For some kind of nefarious purpose. They're obviously using it to find out what people think and like how to manipulate them.
Yeah, exactly.
We kind of touched on that last season.
Information gathering.
Yeah. I think we should pat ourselves on the back for that one.
Yeah. Hey, I got to pat you on the back for this jacket real quick. I mean, people are watching, and we haven't even addressed this. Tell everybody why you're wearing it. I mean, 'cause here's the deal. Chip is a vet assistant.
Yeah, don't call me a vet and then pause. That's not cool.
Well, I mean, I didn't want to say you were a vet, and
I'm not a military vet. I'm not a doctor vet.
Right. Okay. Yeah. But assistant. I want to get it right. Yeah. And so he wore his jacket that he was wearing at work today.
It was a busy day.
Yeah. Very busy.
We ran out of drugs, so I had to do it with a hammer. No, I'm kidding. I wore this in memory of Ash vs. Evil Dead because this morning this was the last episode.
Yeah, that's right.
And
you were wearing this at the Evil Dead
musical that also got canceled.
And you were in the Splatter Zone?
Oh, the Splatter Zone's awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah, this is like 2-3 years worth of Splatter Zone.
That's badass right there.
Yeah.
All right.
And you should have seen the looks I was getting at the on-cue. Like, just getting coffee wearing this. I'm like, no, don't worry about it.
Yeah, well, you walked up. I was like, what the heck? What is going on?
Yeah.
It's awesome.
So, I'm excited to see the comments.
Yeah. What do you got in your hand there?
Okay, so we had some fun with this. As many of our watchers probably know, or of our watcher.
Listener.
Hi, Tom.
Our fan.
My man Brad here does another podcast. What's the name of it?
It's the Oh Yeah Wrestling Podcast.
So a couple of the guys up here at No Regrets Tattoo helped me come up with this list of names for you.
Wrestling names?
Yes, wrestling names for your show.
Oh, okay. That I should go by on the show. Mm-hmm. Okay, I like it. Let me hear it.
Macho Man Bradley Savage.
Okay, okay. I like it.
Bradley Piper.
All right.
King Kong Bradley. Diamond Dallas Bradley.
Ugh.
Big Boss Brad.
Yeah, I like it.
Jesse the Bradley Ventura.
That one's like in first place so far.
Brad the Hitman Brad.
I love that.
Brad Hogan.
You're right.
Brad the Hammer Valentine.
Yeah.
Ravishing Rick Brad. Jake the Snake Brad.
Jake the Snake Brad.
Cactus Brad.
Yeah.
And my personal favorite, Bam Bam Brad Bigelow.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you saved the best one for last. Bam Bam Brad Bigelow.
So, put for our watcher out there, post the name you want. You can vote as many times as you like.
Yeah. There's no rules here.
Yeah. So there you go.
I like it. See, I was almost offended by this the other day, and I was wondering when this was going to pop up because I was in the shop, and one of the other artists, Nate, he was like, hey, you should have heard this list that they were coming up of names, and they were all, Derek and Tyler were there, and they were like, oh, no. And, so at first I thought, did they come up with these names that are so bad that they thought if the mere mention would end our friendship? Or so I've been kind of anxiously awaiting.
Lou Bradberg, Lou Albradla? Yeah.
That's too much.
That wasn't very good.
That's too much work.
I'm thinking Bam Bam Brad Bigelow.
I like that one. I think I have a Bam Bam kind of personality on the air.
Yeah.
And then I'm big. I'm big as hell.
Was there anything else from the episode you wanted to talk about? Cause,
man.
I mean, there was a lot.
Yeah, the Man in Black and Lawrence, they hooked back up.
And, Lawrence is no longer El Lazo.
Oh, yeah, and so we saw...
the new El Lazo is a friendly face you'd recognize from Breaking Bad.
Right.
He's the Chicken Man.
Yeah. Did we ever determine what his... Don Hector?
No, he's not Don Hector.
No, he's not.
No.
What is his name?
I can't remember his name.
I can't remember it either.
It'll be in Google it or it'll be in the.
I'll Google it real quick.
I'm sure Tom's on it.
Yeah.
If Tom doesn't do it, I'd be a little disappointed.
Well, Tom, you gotta be on here commenting.
But yeah, the Chicken Man, El Pollo Hermano.
Giancarlo Esposito, Gustavo was
Gus
his name
Fring.
on Breaking Bad. Yeah,
Gus.
There you go. Gus. He was one of the best things about Breaking Bad. I loved that show, but he was awesome. And I thought it was cool that he showed up on Westworld.
Yeah.
And now we can come up with ways that all of the stuff that happened in Breaking Bad was just a park.
Oh,
meth park.
Speaking of which, great.
That sounds like where I grew up. The meth park.
I was watching Deadwood, and because we always said that Deadwood would probably be in there. Well, I found a connection. The doctor on Deadwood is the same doctor that's on. He was the voice of Chucky.
Oh yeah.
Whatever his name is.
The voice of Chucky.
He was also Chucky in the first movie before he was Charles Lee Ray. Whatever his, yeah.
It's the guy from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest?
Sure.
Never saw it.
No, I mean, maybe in high school.
The voice of Chucky, though. Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he also played Chucky in the first movie.
Right.
Before when he put his soul in the doll. Anyway, he was also on Alien. He was the doctor on Alien Resurrection. Mm-hmm. So, boom. And we already have the connection there. So.
I believe he was maybe in one of those movies like In the Heat of the Night or something. He was a sheriff.
He's always a weird, creepy guy.
Yeah, he's got those creepy eyes.
Yeah. Well,
you should watch One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. That's a great movie.
I mean, I probably will.
He's in it. Jack Nicholson's in it.
But, yeah.
Let's see. It looks like Ricky Sanchez and Doug Bennett, my friend Doug Bennett and our friend Ricky tuned in. So, hey, what's up? Did y'all watch Westworld Season 2, Episode 2 called Reunion?
Ricky's like a real closet nerd. I have a feeling he acts like he doesn't know what we're talking about, but
right,
he does.
Or maybe he just follows along so that when we're talking about all this, because the truth of the matter is, a lot of the theories that we come up with, Ricky's probably in the room. He may not know what we're talking about because I don't know if he watches Westworld or not.
Speaking of which, the Wisecrack Westworld podcast has started, and they've noticed some of the same things we have.
Yeah, I know. I think that they listened to us and they downright copied it.
Oh, but they got the alien thing with the synthetics, the Scott Ridley, and they also suggested that all movies are parks in Westworld. So yeah,
right.
Yep. They'll expand that once they get into it.
Have you come up with any theories this week? Any kind of new theories going on?
I have not. Just kind of, I feel like by episode 3 or 4, we'll have a real good working idea.
I'm with you.
What's going on?
I'm with you because it feels like we're just trying to take it in and figure out where it's going from here, and it's who knows right now. We're just trying to make sense of it all.
One thing that the Wisecrack guys did bring up that we didn't notice, and I thought it was kind of neat, is when season 1 first started, I told you about it a little bit before the show. Mm-hmm. To go on the website, you could actually sign up for a visit to Westworld,
right?
But it would be like a waiting list kind of situation,
right?
Well, they let you go ahead and sign the terms and conditions.
Sure.
And one of the things on there was, if you look in the real fine print, that Delos has exclusive rights to all bodily excretions in the park. Any DNA you drop, leave in a host,
sure,
is their property, and they can do with it as they wish.
So yeah, I mean, I totally think that they're using that now to maybe create clones and stuff. So could be like that the movie The Island.
Yeah. Well, it's $40,000 a day, so there's only one crowd that's going to appeal to.
Yeah. So they want the sperm of the rich and famous.
Yeah. I mean, that's how you get a baby with Paris Hilton,
right?
And you owe me paternity money.
Yeah. All right, Chip. Well, I guess we should probably wrap up this live broadcast because what we're going to do, what we have been doing for the last episode anyway, was we do a watch along. So we're going to watch the episode, record as we watch, and hopefully what you're doing is you're watching the episode, and then like us, you go back and want to watch it a second time to dig up whatever. We'll put us on at the same time, and that way we can kind of be like conversating at the same time. And then what you want to do, whatever you find, email us, justworld@gmail.com.
Yeah.
All right.
And we do have a new email from Fanboy Tom.
Oh, yeah. We'll have to get to that.
We'll read to that. We'll read to that. Yes.
Yeah. And visit our sponsors, Cadell and Company.
Would hate me right now. Ms. Lewis, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're sorry. I got to apologize to a lot of teachers.
Yeah.
But check out Cadell and Company. You can see their information on the screen if you're watching the video. They've been doing construction for at least 20 years in the commercial realm. Now they're doing residential, and they can make like all those dreams that you have watching the TV shows become a reality in your own home. So just give them a call. Phone number is 405-928-5026, or visit them on Facebook at Cadell and Company. Like their page. Check out their pictures because they've got a showroom with all these materials. The materials are like, stuff you see everywhere. The wood floors, carpet, tile floors, cabinets, countertops, the granite, the good stuff. But then that's the thing. They picked out all these quality materials, but they're not like the most expensive stuff, which is great because it doesn't bust your budget when you're trying to do all this.
Speaking of budget, don't they offer a discount if you mention the Just World podcast?
They do. The Just World podcast gets you 10% off those materials. So go ahead and visit them on their Facebook page or give them a call.
Awesome.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to get off here. We're going to watch the episode another time because that's what we do. We have to dig into it.
Oh, it's so hard. We watch TV.
Yeah. So hard. All right. Have a good one.